The universe is profoundly, primordially creative. It is the principle of creativity itself. The unfolding of the cosmos from the fireball to the present, over 13.7 billion years, is one single extended creative event. The creations of the cosmos are also creative, as it flows through them and sustains them in existence. The creativity has been unfolding itself for billions of years, bringing into existence and metamorphosing the cosmos. This unfolding has a number of unique and observable characteristics. First, there is no planning, no considering, no weighing of alternatives. Being does not function like a human being. It simply manifests. The material realm emerges in an endless, seamless process over unimaginable stretches of time. The project is never finished. There is no fade out. The resources are infinite, and changes along the way are inexorable and startling. Looking backward, we can observe the pattern of the unfolding. It is not possible to anticipate its future, though if we are fully awake, the unfolding of the present moment can be perceived with wonder. Looking back at the development of life on Earth, we can see milestones in the creation of life. In a watery environment of non-life, living cells appeared. They learned how to access and metabolize energy and sustain themselves. One cell moved inside another cell, providing a nucleus and making possible a memory bank of DNA. The newly nucleated cell learned to replicate itself, complete with nucleus, which eventually culminated in colonies of cells that became coherent organisms. We each exist today as a colony, not unlike a coral reef, an aggregation of independent, living, cellular entities, each cooperating and doing its specific job to keep the colony, our organic entity, thriving. In the developing life forms in the ocean, the universe invented the nervous system, eyes, hearts, and the circulatory system, digestion and excretion, sexual organs for reproduction, and other wondrous necessities for life. Each development was an astounding manifestation of primordial creativity, a steady unfolding of possibilities, a metamorphosis of existing realities into something new and startling. Life moved out of the oceans onto the land, first with plants and then with fish that eventually became animals. The story is familiar, but our sense of wonder at it has somewhat eroded. A world of reptiles developed, of all sizes, configurations, and habits, and then that creation was destroyed. This opened the way for a world of mammals, which articulated itself into the diversity of species that we know today. One of those mammals, a primate in the trees, came down onto the savannas, stood upright on two legs, began to make tools, and developed language and social cooperation. Eventually, that primate's consciousness expanded from simple animal consciousness of its surroundings and internal states into self-consciousness. It became aware of its own awareness. It discovered the possibilities of agriculture, culture, and society. The human being emerged and thrived. Altogether, the story of the unfolding is a study in glorious jaw-dropping creativity, from the unicellular to the human. The second aspect of the universe's creativity that is apparent in surveying these developments is unceasing transformation. Over and over, existing realities transmute into totally new and different life forms. Fish become animals. Animals become humans. If the new life forms are successful in accessing energy supplies, usually by consuming other life forms, and in reproducing themselves with offspring, they find a place in the shifting tapestry of life. If not, they disappear, and their place is taken by more successful life forms. It is estimated that 99% of all life forms that have ever existed on Earth have disappeared. All forms, over vast expanses of time, are metamorphosing into new forms. Darwin, of course, called this evolution. This metamorphosis has the quality of self-transcendence. Building on existing realities, it develops ever greater complexity and pushes organisms into ever new possibilities. Increasing complexification is one of the hallmarks of being's creativity. A third characteristic of the cosmos is infinite organizing power. In metamorphosing itself, the universe can do an infinite number of things all at the same time and correlate them all with each other. In a deep interrelationship of all parts that is apparent in any ecosystem, everything fits perfectly into the whole, and everything fits with all the other parts. Parts that do not fit disappear. Each piece of reality nourishes, enhances, and supports the others, and each contributes its piece to the whole system. This is integration at the fundamental level of being. Language fails in the face of the infinite creativity of being. The systems and organisms that manifest being are themselves permeated with its creativity. We are aware of creativity in ourselves, and generally we assume that individual human beings are the source of that capacity for innovation. On the contrary, the field is the source of all creativity. The impulses that prompt humans to create cultural artifacts are pure being. The objects that emerge from the hands and brains of humans as a result of the impulses are pure being. Being's own deepest nature is to express itself. We are the means or the conduits of that expression. It is a great experience and a privilege to participate in the creative process of being. It is one of the most exciting and fulfilling and mysterious things that a human can do. Every creative artist knows the deep thrill when the power of being's creativity wells up in the body and mind to bring forth something new. A flow of energy is experienced in the body. Synthesis and innovation arrive. There is an impression of being unerringly guided in a spillover of emergence as everything comes together in coherence. Something new emerges that never existed before. This process could better be called co-creation. The human provides the fingers and the brain, but being provides the deep impulse and the motive push.